Well, there was this time, it was quite a few years ago. It was my going back to the Indies part two for me. So it was after WWE, after TNA. And if you guys remember Serena Deeb when she had her head injury and she was out for a while, and people thought she even thought maybe she had to retire. Well, it was shortly after she came back to wrestling, and we were doing this show in Jersey. And I love Serena. I was able to become friends with her through Rip's class. That's how I started to hang out with her and stuff like that. Still cool with her to this day. And shout out Deebs. And
I'm sure she's watching.
and she goes, we were at this show, and she was like, you want to do an old school Rip Rogers match? I was like, oh yeah. And so we didn't tell anyone except the referee that we were going to plan a misdirection spot and play off of that she had a head injury. So when we went in there, we did their little opener, whatever, and then we did the misdirection spot. And then she's laying on the canvas and like, oh, and everyone's quiet. Like you can hear a pin drop. And
Oh
I'm just
my.
like freaking out. And then they grab her and they pull her out. Everyone's clapping. And then when I like turned my back to her like this, she jumped out of his arms and hit me. And everyone was like, what? And then we just like told the story, brothers. And I remember this was Pat Buck's promotion at the time. I just remember seeing his face. He was like, and they told us after the match that they had to cancel the paramedics coming for Serena because
Oh my
we
God.
got them. And
That is
we did the
awesome.
four corner spot and everything. It was like so awesome. I have chills every time I talk about it because to me, that's what wrestling's effing about. When
Yep.
we work the boys, we work the crowd, we work the promoter, and
That,
like that's just what's up. And that's because we met each other in this class. We learned the same kind of psychology. And to this day, that's one of my favorite matches I've ever had in my entire life.
that is awesome. That could be one of the best stories we've had on here. Who did you make do that with? They blew out their knee or ankle or
Oh, I did it with a couple guys.
did you do that in practice one day or something? I can't remember.
Mario Bucara.
You had him.
I said, okay. I told Mondo to do it with him, right? So I left off and went off. I went off somewhere for 5 minutes. So then somebody coming in, hey, Mario, blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, don't you motherfuckers. You guys are ribbing me. Don't fuck with me, you assholes. Don't treat me like I'm a fucking mark. So I got in there and Mario's laying there. He said, I can't do this, my neck, or whatever the fuck it was. So I grabbed him by the balls and tried to pick him up. And he wouldn't come up and he slobbered.
Oh my God.
And I remember Mason Rage got real mad like he was going to beat my ass. You know what I mean? I'm going, what the fuck? You know, so I'm on him. Anyway, to make a long story short, I said, I give him a fucking cue, boom, and he fucking kipped up.
He kipped
Then Mason Rage got real mad. You son of a bitch, you fooled us. The whole thing is in today's world, when they've exposed wrestling on TV, how do you make them believe? So I told Mondo what to do. I said, if I do it, boom, boom, work a spot, have it, hey, we'll go into it.
That's
Then
awesome.
they understood it, that they all got it hook, line, and fucking sinker. They took the goddamn bait and they're all a fucking mark and they believed it again. And it was phonier and shit.
So Mason Rage was mad
Oh,
that
he
you
was
were
mad.
messing with him, and then he was mad that you
Yeah.
faked it.
He was mad first that I was an asshole. Then he was mad because I fooled him. I said, God damn, you guys are double fucking marks.